Clive Barker exploded on the horror directing scene with the uber-successful Hellraiser and seemed like such a promising young talent in that field, but not even a decade later, 1995's Lord of Illusions put an end to Barker's directing career. Misstep after misstep through studio interference and personal blunders led studios to have little faith in Barker. While the Hellraiser series and the Candyman series were going strong in the 90s, Barker didn't do much of note in the film world during this time. While Barker tried to get some film projects off the ground, like The Thief of Always, nothing really gained much traction. During this hiatus, Barker stayed busy by working on a video game, writing, working with Marvel Comics, painting, and being a producer on an Academy Award-winning film. That film was Gods and Monsters. Gods and Monsters is a period drama about James Whale, the director of Frankenstein. Barker had a deep connection with the project as he identified with James Whale. Both were gay British horror directors, and Barker just felt compelled to produce it. So, after 1995's Lord of Illusion, Barker was relatively quiet in the film world for almost a decade, outside of being a producer. But while the film side of Barker's career lied dormant, the television side of things was slowly heating up. Kind of. The next 4 movies that Barker's name was attached to were made-for-TV movies: Quicksilver Highway, Saint Sinner, and 2 episodes of The Masters of Horror. We're going to be looking at Quicksilver Highway today, and on Tuesday we're going to look at Saint Sinner. I'm not going to be covering the Masters of Horror episodes this month in October because I don't own Valerie on the Stairs, and Heckle's Tale won't make it past YouTube censorship. 1997's Quicksilver Highway was a made-for-TV movie directed by Mick Garris, who would go on to create the Masters of Horror TV series. Quicksilver Highway is notable for being an anthology movie comprised of 2 stories. They were the Body Politic, written by Clive Barker based on a short story of the same name, found in the Books of Blood Volume 4, and the other story, The Chattery Teeth, written by Stephen King. We started this month with a quote from King saying, "I have seen the future of horror, and his name is Clive Barker." This quote from King propelled Barker into the limelight and kickstarted his career. So it's super cool to see a movie derived from both authors. Now, there were multiple times when I was a kid that I almost bought this movie. I remember having it in my hand, but I never ended up owning it. I looked online for some decent transfers, but was unable to secure anything over 480p. Luckily, our good friend Retro Analog Entertainment lent me his copy, and all the footage from this movie is provided by him. So make sure you go to his channel and subscribe. He puts out some amazing work. Thanks, Steve. By the way, we just worked on a project together called Horrible Horror, and I think you all will really like it. Okay, shameless plugs over. When Quicksilver Highway originally aired on television, King's segment The Chattery Teeth was aired first, followed by Barker's The Body Politic. When Fox put the movie on DVD for the home market, they required the segments to be switched. Director Mick Garris was upset with the change, as he thought The Body Politic had more of a climactic ending. The 2 segments are loosely connected with a wraparound story about a traveling storyteller who tells horrific tales, named Quicksilver, played by Christopher Lloyd. Since I'm reviewing the home media release, let's start with Clive Barker's The Body Politic. At a small carnival, a man goes around pickpocketing random people. He hides in a tent until the police trail cools down. He meets Quicksilver, who tells him a tale about how important hands can be. Does the artist create the art, or does the artist's hands create the art? Talking about the importance of our mind being able to control our hands with precision. The cautionary tale starts with one of the best surgeons around. As you can imagine, this takes a lot of precise skill with the hands, but his hands suddenly start acting up, dropping the scalpel randomly and throwing it. Wait, is that John Landis?
Late night, Dr. George?
And Clive Barker!
What did I ever do to you?
Cool! While driving home, the doctor's hands try to swerve into traffic. He's terrified that his hands are acting on their own, and he confronts his psychiatrist about it. It's a scary premise. I mean, after all, we're just a brain controlling a big giant meat suit with nerves. What happens if we lose control? What happens if we get stuck just up here? At night, the hands talk to each other about how they want to be freed from the body. The right hand is the Messiah and will lead all hands to freedom.
I am the Messiah. You must raise an army, then come and fetch me.
One night, the hands attack the wife, killing her, and then they drag the doctor down the stairs. The right hand cuts off the left one, freeing it from the body. The left hand goes around the hospital talking to everyone else's hands. All the hands get a mind of their own and release themselves from their human counterparts. Remember, this is 1997, and while the green screen hand looks good, the CGI ones don't hold up. Will the army of hands lead a revolution, or can the doctor stop them all before it's too late? In the Stephen King segment, a newlywed couple break down on the desert highway. The husband leaves to go find help and the wife stays in the car to wait. While she waits, Quicksilver pulls up and offers her some food in his trailer. He tells the tale of the Chattery Teeth. A salesman is on his way home through a strong desert windstorm. He needs to make it back today for his son's birthday. While driving through the storm, he nearly hits a hitchhiker. The salesman has to stop at the gas station for gas and finds novelty chattering teeth that no longer work. The store owner ends up giving it to him for free. While returning to his van, he sees the hitchhiker who asks for a ride. After some contemplation, the salesman agrees. Well, this might not have been a good idea since the hitchhiker has a knife and isn't afraid to use it. Will the salesman make it home alive, and what purpose do the teeth serve? Quicksilver Highway was conceived as almost a prelude to the Masters of Horror. It was intended to be a series starring Quicksilver, who would tell a horror tale each episode. Fox wasn't in love with the idea and decided to make it a TV movie instead. And Quicksilver Highway is pretty good. It's not great, but for a made-for-TV horror movie, it's a lot of fun. There's some great camera work, especially in the Body Politic section. I love the shot of the knife and enjoy the hospital scene where the doctor talks to his hand. Both segments are strong, but I personally prefer the Body Politic segment more. It's not scary, but it's dumb fun. A bunch of killer hands wanting a revolution? Sign me up! The Chattery Teeth is more tense for sure, but it never really goes big. I recommend Quicksilver Highway even though it's a made-for-TV movie and not solely a Barker project. Now if you're a fan of Barker, you'll be super excited to see his cameo. I know I was.
What did I ever do to you?
On Tuesday, we'll take a look at Saint Sinner, a movie I know nothing about, and on Thursday, we're going to get into the meat of Barker's resurgence. See you then. Oh, in the meantime, stay spooky, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do and want to support the channel, please consider subscribing or by buying me a coffee in the description below. Any bit helps. Thank you, and take care.